Talking to Sean Spicer, former White House press secretary, former host at Newsmax, and author of the book, The Parrots Go Bananas. You can find out more about this at Sean Spicer, S-P-I-C-E-R, SeanSpicer.com. I hold in my hands the copy of the book. Look, you're a man who's written some political books, and this book has talking animals, young man. Is what's going on here. What compelled you to write the book, and what is Brave Books?
Great question. So first of all, you can go to spicerbook.com to get the Parrots Go Bananas. I say that to people because, especially the Tony Katz audience, you can always go to Amazon, but I'd rather you not give your money to Jeff Bezos and give it to Brave Books. So first, bravebooks.com is a great organization. They publish Christian patriotic books. They've gathered authors like myself, Kirk Cameron, Bethany Hamilton, Dan Crenshaw, Jack Posobiec, and there's always a book that you can feel confident that your kids can read that's Christian, patriotic, wholesome, that speaks to good American values. And so my book, The Parrots Go Bananas, that you've been kind enough to hold up, talks about the ills and the dangers of fake news. Now, the book is targeted at 4 to 12-year-olds, but if you know a reporter at CNN or someone at the Washington Post, they should probably read it too. We don't use the word fake news.
That's cold-hearted, man.
Right. Well, it's true. Yeah. It's true. We don't use the word fake news, but we talk about these cartoon characters. I got 2 12-year-olds, Tony. I know what it's like when they come home and go, you know what happened today at recess, or, you know, during the class, the teacher said that I did this, or that one of my classmates did this. And then everybody said, and they're like, but it wasn't true. Well, that's their equivalent of fake news. And we talk about that in the book, what it's like for the 2 characters to be accused falsely of something. And I always talk about it. I've had my own experiences where this has happened. But then for a lot of people, you know, you might remember the case of Nick Sandman, that Covington Catholic kid who was falsely accused of standing at the base of the Lincoln Memorial, as the media tried to portray him as somehow being rude to a Native American. It turned out that was clearly not the case once the entire video was out. But that was after everyone in the media and all these pundits went after the kid. And the die had been cast at that point, you know? And so I wanted, when I talked to the folks at Brave Books and they said, hey, what do you think? We'd love to partner with you. And I said, you know, I think that right now the left is doing a great job going after kids. So I love this idea of what you guys are doing. I know politics and the media, and they were like, let's talk about those things. And I said, well, you know, would you want to do something about like fake news? And they were like, yes. So let's think about how a kid would see this. And so we storyboarded it. And again, this idea of like, as a father of 2 12-year-olds, I kept thinking, okay, this is what it's like for, you know, a kid these days. They get accused of something, the kids pile on. So we literally have, you know, it's a game you can see of whack-a-ball on this Freedom Island. And the 2 main characters, who are great folks, are falsely accused, and they have to prove their innocence. And at the end of the book, they say, well, why would you guys have thought this? And, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give away the whole thing. You know, it's like Succession. You got to watch it. It's, you know, I think the beautiful thing is if you go to spicerbook.com, in it, you can see it. They do a book a month club. So you can either order my book on its own, or you can sign up for the subscription plan, and a book a month will be delivered to your kid, your grandkid, your godkid, your neighbor's kid. And I love the fact that, like, as I said, as a father of 2 kids, you're constantly looking over their shoulders, thinking, what are you watching? What are you looking at? The thing about Brave Books is that when you're reading a Brave book, you never have to worry about that. You know that I read this to my 4-year-old niece over Easter, and she was like, you know, oh, it's so nice that, you know, Bongo and Asher are nice, and da-da-da. They're taking away. The big lesson is, wow, they're good people, and we should be good people to each other. And I mean, that's something that's not a partisan message, just a good person. It's a wholesome Christian message that everybody should agree upon.
Sean Spicer, I appreciate you taking the time. The book is called The Parrots Go Bananas. That's the name of the book. And you can get that at spicerbook.com. You can head over to spicerbook.com and get the book. Sean, listen, I appreciate the time. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say thank you for giving me the platform here. One more thing, if I can, please. I don't mean to surround your audience with all these websites, but if you're interested in, you brought up at the beginning of the interview after leaving Newsmax where I'm headed next, I've put out a video on YouTube. Sean M. Spicer is my handle there. I'm also on Rumble. I know a lot of people.
You should be.
So I'm on both. But please subscribe and stay in touch, and then you'll get the content that you and I were able to talk about at the beginning. But that's the plan, and it'll be rolling out soon. So please subscribe so that I don't have to write another children's book to feed the kids.
Well, you should write them anyway if it makes you happy. And I appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Look forward to seeing what's coming next. Sean Spicer, SeanSpicer.com, SpicerBook.com as well. I appreciate you. And find everything on Rumble. Subscribe on Rumble and everything at TonyKatz.com. Be part of the locals community. You can do both those things. And my thanks, as always, to Americans for Prosperity, Economic Liberty, Free Speech. That's what it's all about. My sponsors here, greatly appreciate them. I will catch you next time, guys. Take care.